Class, we're going to continue with our second activity. This second activity is on page 80, okay? And the topic is about grammar number 1, phrasal verbs. So, when we talk about phrasal verbs, we talk about verbs that are made of 2 or 3 parts. Okay, made of 2 or 3 parts. For example, you as a student know some phrasal verbs. For example, in class I can say stand up or sit down, and that is a verb. For example, I can say put away, or I can say write it down, phrasal verbs. I don't know if you listen to me in class. I say write down. For example, write it down is like take notes. O put your things away means, for example, colocar tus cosas pues donde corresponde. Well, here says number 1, read the definition and write a correct phrasal verb from the text on page 79. So remember, this is page 79. And this is a reading activity. This activity is on your platform as homework. So remember, you have to do it. But we're going to check it, the phrasal verbs. For example, number 1 is example, remember, okay. To accept someone's work or responsibility is like take on. Okay, take on. Okay, it's like, for example, what the meaning says, to accept some work or responsibilities. Now, letter B. Letter B says to keep money so that you can buy something with it in the future. Okay, to keep money so that you can buy something with it in the future. In Spanish, it's like ahorrar. In English, or the correct phrasal verb, save up. Okay, save up. Let's see if I can write it here so that you can see. Okay, here is save up. Okay, that is a correct word, save up. Let me see. Much better. So we have the meaning, and you have here to write the correct phrasal verb. Letter B. Oh, excuse me, I was making a mistake. I was reading letter B. This is letter B. I'm so sorry. Not to keep money so that you can buy something with it in the future. But what about letter A? To have just enough of something, such as money, so that you can do what you need to do. Get by. Perfect. Get by. Now, what's the meaning of get by? It's like, for example, you have just enough of something. Just for example, you've worked and have a lot of money. Okay, such as money here says, so that you can do what you need to do. For example, okay, I've been working for 20 days. Now I'm going to relax. I have money, so I'm going to travel. I have money, so I'm going to get a car. No? So the idea for that one is get by. Letter C. To get into debt and all of them and all of the amount to increase. What is that? Yes, run up bills or run up debts. No, in this case, hacer crecer. For example, when you put your money in the bank, they pay you a percentage. No, for example, I have 2,000 soles, you get 2 soles. No, for example. So in this case, it's run up. Okay, run up. Now let's continue. Letter D. To save an amount of money. Oh, let me see. To save an okay, I mean I made a mistake here. I'm sorry. I'm going to repeat letter C. To get into debt and all of the amount, sorry, and all of the amount to increase. No, to get into debt and all of the amount to increase, run up. No, I told you before. I told you before that run up was like hacer crecer. Okay, especially in banks, for example. Letter D, to save the amount of money so that you can buy or pay for something in the future. Something in the future. What is that? Put aside. Okay? Put aside. What is, okay, repeat. To save an amount of money so that you can buy or pay for something in the future. It's like, for example, you have money, but you say, okay, this is going to be for my car. And you put that money aside. Okay, this is for my car. 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So at then that money, okay, I have, for example, $20,000. So with that money, I can buy my car. Okay, put your money aside. No, ponerlo hacia aparte, ahorrarlo a un lado. Letter E. To go to several stores before you decide what particular thing to buy. Shop around 4. Shop around 4. It's like, for example, you need a pair of jeans or some sneakers. So you go to Saga Falabella, you go to Totus, you go to Bata, you go to all the places. No? Shop around 4. So you're checking until you find what you want. F. To help a person or organization that is having problems, especially financial problems. Financial problems. Yes, bail out. Okay, let me see. Bail out. I remember when I used to have cable TV, there was a program in History Channel called the Socio. I mean, yes, El Socio. It was a millionaire that go to some businesses and say, okay, your business is in background, no background. So I can give you the money, but you give me, for example, half of your company. No, that is bailout. It's like to rescue. No, but in this case, when about talking about financial problems. Letter G, to reduce an amount of something. To reduce an amount of something. Cut down on. Not cut down. And what is that? Reduce. No, but it says reduce the amount of something. Reducir algo. For example, I have to, okay, today with a pandemic, not with COVID-19, I don't have money to continue working with 100 workers. So I cut down on workers. I need half. I only need 50. No, reduce. H. To take further action connected with something. The last one, follow up on. Okay, follow up on. Let me see. Follow up. Oh, excuse me. What happened here? Okay. Once again, follow up on. Okay, class. Now these are some phrasal verbs from the reading. So you're going to work on this. So there is no problem. Now let's continue with number 2. Choose the correct option to complete the statements. Now, for example, letter A, in a clause such as parents are taking on this responsibility themselves, we can understand the meaning of taking on by looking at each of the words separately. Okay, I repeat, the key word or the key phrase is here. Understand the meaning of taking on by looking at each of the words separately. For example, says taking on. So you can understand what is taking on. Use just translating take or taking and on. No, it's impossible. So the answer is no. Okay, let's remember here what is taking on: to accept some work or responsibilities. No, take es tomar, pero tomar qué, tomar what? No, taking on. Yeah, okay, let's continue with letter B. Some phrasal verbs such as take on are made of a verb and an adverb. No, an adverb or sorry. Okay, I'm going to repeat. Some phrasal verbs such as take on are made up of a verb slash an adverb. Adverb slash an adverb. Okay, this is the same one. I mean, both answers are the same, or it's me. I'm getting crazy. A verb, an adverb. Okay, I'm going to choose this one. Okay, I'm going to choose this one. Excuse me. This one, a verb and an adverb. Okay, this one. Okay, letter C. We often, or we don't usually. So here you have two choices. Use phrasal verbs like take on in formal writing. When we use phrasal verbs, sometimes it's formal. Okay, informal. So don't usually use phrasal verbs in formal writing. Remember, formal writing, you can write informally, so there is no problem. But in formal writing, okay. One word with the same meaning as take on in this context, refuse or accept. One word with the same meaning as take on in this context is refuse or accept. Se acepta or no, it's acceptable. Because remember, when you check your dictionary, you have many options, so you need to look for the best one, not the best that fit your sentence, but could be different ones. Tip: phrasal verbs sometimes have multiple meanings, for example, run up. So always read the context carefully to decide on the appropriate meaning. As I was telling you before, when you check your dictionary, students only see the first word, and there are, in some cases, there are a lot. Okay, in some cases there are a lot. For example, says run up. I'm going to continue here. I wanted to open, but I mean here I have a dictionary. Let me check it. Okay, let me check it. If run up. Let's see. Example, run up. No, this is not what I want. I knew that I had a dictionary. What is that? I don't remember. Well, here. No, here are the activities. Those are the tools. A personal note. No, oh my goodness, I don't remember. But I knew that I had. Well, I'm going to continue. Okay, I'm going to continue. Let's see. It's like, for example, no, I can use run up. For example, run up can say hacer crecer, ¿no? Hacer crecer something. He, or maybe here's a run up, not increase, no? Or run up could be in a competition, for example. No, he was running and then suddenly ran up, so escape from the others, no, and won the competition. You need to look for all the meanings. Okay, important thing. Phrasal verbs can have different grammatical patterns. Look at examples in each of the three boxes. Then write the other phrasal verbs from activity 1 in the appropriate boxes. Answer the questions. Listen, there are some phrasal verbs that can be separated. It's impossible to separate them. Like get by. No, like get by. You can say, what is the example? Here. No, get by money. I get by some money. It's impossible to say I get money or some money by. No, 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 no. It's not object in the middle. Why I said that? Because in the second one, you can use an object. You can use an object. No? For example, here's a save up. No? Save up. To keep money so that you can buy something with it in the future. I save some money up. I save up some money. No? Here you can see, no? With an object. So look, I save up some money. Something is money. Or save some money up. It's possible to put money in the middle. It's possible. And in get by, no. In get by, it's impossible. Okay? Now, and the other example is that at the beginning I told you there are some phrasal verbs that they have two parts, and there are others that have three parts, like shop around 4. No, shop around 4. And this is very easy, no? Because they need three parts, and the object goes at the end, no? Shop around for some clothes, for example. Shop around for some food. That's the idea. For example, in the case of get by, it's alone, but solo. With an object, could be save up, could be run up, could be take on, could be out, or could be put aside. Okay? In the case of three parts, we have shop around 4, cut down on, or the last one, follow up on. Okay? So what do you have to do? You need to listen to the audio and try to put the correct phrasal verb in the correct part. So, here I have two questions, A and B. Which patterns is most common and where does the object go? For example, class, the most common is with an object in the second one. Okay, the most common. Where does the object go? Before and after the adverb. No, so be careful. Hey teacher, what happened if I want to use only the object after? There is no problem. And the object before, no, in the middle, there is no problem. But remember, when you talk with someone, for example, you say, okay, mister, I'm going to use the object after because it's easy. There is no problem. But what happens if other student or a native American arrives and he uses phrasal verbs and the object goes in the middle? Maybe you get confused. So you need to be careful on that. Okay? Now let's see. When the object, there's a tip, when the object or of a phrasal verb is a pronoun like me, him, it, etc., it goes before the adverb, not after. So in the middle. She bailed me out is correct. She bailed out me is not correct. Here it says, okay, let me see. When the object of the phrasal verb is a pronoun, I mean it's object pronoun. No, this is because the pronouns are I, you, he, she, it, we, they. Object pronoun, like me, him, it, them, etc., or us could be. Remember, in the middle, okay, in the middle. I'm going to leave this activity for you so that we can do this in our class. Please watch the videos, are very important because we need time with the project. We need time, so please try to do this activity so you can be ready for the class. Thank you so much. See you in class.